Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to day 15 of albums that are 30 years old in 2023 as we look back, going back 30 years to 1993. We've got 31 days in the month of March. We have picked out our 31 favorite albums that came out in 1993 across all genres. Right? Not an easy task, but we're doing it. Final day of the month, we also get a bonus episode from me with all of my honorable mentions for the ones that didn't quite make the top 31. Lots of good ones there as well. But today we're talking about an album that came out in June 1993. It's the third album from this band, and first in a number of years. This was their kind of reunion album, produced at Dallas Sound Lab in Dallas, Texas, produced by Brian Slagle, Tim Kimsey, Hank Sherman, and King Diamond from Metal Blade Records. Of course, I'm talking about In the Shadows from Merciful Fate. Right after Don't Break the Oath, their classic second album. They had Melissa, Don't Break the Oath in the early 80s. And then guys disappeared for a number of years. And it's good to have them back. For the most part, this is the classic lineup, right? You got King Diamond on vocals. You got Hank Sherman and Michael Denner on guitars, co-lead guitars and rhythm guitars. You got Timmy Hansen on bass guitar. And then we got Morten Nielsen, I guess, playing drums on the album, although Snowy Shaw is credited, but apparently Snowy did not play on the album, so there's all this debate about who actually played on the album. Maybe they both played on the album. Don't know. Maybe Morten did the drums, and then Snowy came in afterwards. Snowy did the tour and whatnot, so he was a member of the band for a couple of years at this point. But regardless, you got most of the main guys, and a killer album that, it's funny, I've long said this. If there was no Melissa and Don't Break the Oath, this would be looked at as one of the metal classics of all time, because this is a really, really tremendous album that totally picks up where they left off on the Don't Break the Oath album. The only real main difference in this album from their first two is the lyrical kind of concepts, right? So those first two albums very much dealing with very dark lyrical concepts, satanic imagery and all that sort of thing. They kind of dropped that for a bit for the next couple of albums here, and they went with more like kind of like horror horror movie themes and stuff like that, because King Diamond, his solo band, he was all into these conceptual horror themes about haunted houses and things like that. He's very much a horror movie buff, and so the Merciful Fate band kind of continued on that, but they later came back to the satanic lyrical content later on. But man, just musically speaking, stuff is off the charts. I mean, Sherman and Denner, what a guitar duo right there. One of the greats of all time. These guys work so well together. They both had different styles, but it meshed really well together. Classic heavy metal riffs. Lots of progressive kind of song arrangements. So most of this stuff is pretty complex. Some just absolutely blazing solos. You had Sherman, who was the wilder player. Denner is more kind of like the old school, kind of like Michael Schenker style player, and they work really, really well together. You got some classic Merciful Fate tracks on here. Egypt is incredible. What a great album opener. The Bell Witch and the Old Oak, two more great songs. You got Shadows, A Gruesome Time, 13 Invitations is terrific. Room of Golden Air, cool little instrumental. And then you have the excellent Legend of the Headless Rider. Oh, what an epic, epic heavy metal track that is. So good. And of course, Is That You, Melissa? Because gotta have Melissa pop up again, right? So Is That You, Melissa? Absolutely terrific. And if you bought the CD back in the day, you also had the bonus track, Return of the Vampire, 1993, one of their old tracks redone in 1993. Very, very cool as well. Good to have that on here. So love the production of the album. This is just excellent Merciful Fate. Like I said, if you're someone who didn't grow up with Merciful Fate back in the early 80s, like many of us did, if you grew up with Don't Break the Oath and Melissa, they have to be your two favorite Merciful Fate albums. So let's say I was 10 years younger and I didn't discover Merciful Fate till maybe this album came out. I would have no issues with putting this at the top of the heap because this is a damn terrific album. And generally speaking, for me, it sits right behind those first two albums. It's that good. But their whole catalog is really, really great. They don't have a stinker album at all, and just excellent stuff. Do I have a picture of the band here? I don't remember. Let's take a look. I'd like to show that in case we have one. Well, we got the guys in the band. There's King Diamond, right? Of course, there's trademark vocals all over that place. Hank Sherman, Michael Danner, Timmy Hansen. And there's Snowy Shaw, even though they may not even play on the album, but he was in the band at the time when they released this. So, great stuff. If you haven't heard it, you need to. Again, I understand that King Diamond's voice is not for everybody. Totally get that. But, man, it's hard to deny the musical accomplishments of this band. It's just absolutely off-the-chart stuff. So, anyway, let us know what you think of In the Shadows in the comments below, as well as your pick for today, day 15, as we march our way down to number 31. So we're halfway through the month already. Pretty much, right? So, but we got plenty of time left. So stay tuned tomorrow for another one. And visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, all together, all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as a post. And please do hit the like button before you leave. We also have below the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, as well as our merch page where you can get all sorts of cool Sea Tranquility stuff. So stay tuned. We got coming up here on the channel. Got some new album reviews for you here today. You're going to get at least 2 of them for me. That's about it. Anybody going to the Toto concert at the Egg in Albany, New York tonight? Eric Porter and myself will be there, so come find us. Say hello. Be good to see you guys. Very excited about tonight's show. I've been a fan of Toto for many, many years, and this is my first time seeing them, so kind of like a bucket list show. And stay tuned tomorrow. We've got the Monsters Den coming up tomorrow, Friday morning at the Funhouse, Friday morning with Martin Popoff, and then we have on Sunday, ranking the albums with Bruce Springsteen. So lots of stuff happening here on the channel. Till then, I am Pete Pardo. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you soon. Bye-bye.